So next up on the stage here in the Ruller Classic Theatre, we have a very, very special guest who has won all 5 monuments, sometimes several times. I don't want to mess this up, so I'm going to look to make sure 4 Paris-Roubaix, 3 Milan-San Remo, 2 Lombardia, 1 Liège, 1 Flanders. It can only be, ladies and gentlemen, Roger de Vlaeminck. Should we bring Ewald up on stage as well? We've got Ewald to translate. Roger speaks very good English, but not entirely comfortable all the time. So we're going to translate when we need to. Should we get a chair, or you okay standing there? Yeah, great. Now, I've mentioned you've won all 5 monuments in your career, which, and several times, some of them. Which of those race wins is the most special to you? Is there one that stands out?
What monument? I won 5. Allee, moet je dat niet zeggen?
Which particular race edition?
Moet je zetten hier? Wel 5. Moet je dan in het Nederlands zijn? Ze verstaan me niet. 3 maal Lombardije, 3 maal San Remo, 4 maal Parijs-Roubaix, 2 maal Ronde van Lombardije, Ronde van Vlaanderen, Luik, Bastenaken, Luik. I won the 5 monuments. There are only 3 riders. Merckx, I and Henrik van Looy.
But of all of those, each of those wins, which day stands out for you?
San Remo is for me the most beautiful.
Even though you're Mr. Paris-Roubaix?
Yeah, it's in France, and I don't like France.
Spoken like a true Belgian. Why Milan-San Remo then? I mean, you speak Italian. Is it a love of Italy, or is it a love of Milan-San Remo?
I love Italy. I was there 9 years. 9 years, and I like it very much. When you are a good rider, like the riders from Italy, then the people are ze zijn content, ze zijn tevreden, dan appreciëren ze u.
They appreciated it because,
Because of the culture of cycling there, or what is it about the Italians that...
You must be better than the Italian riders, then you are good in Italy. Like the football players, Gullit and Van Basten, and you know.
Of course, yeah, Ruud Gullit, Marco van Basten, yeah. As you say, only 3 riders in history have won all 5 monuments. What is it that makes that combination so difficult?
40 years ago, there waren 3, 7 of 8 polyvalente renners.
Yeah, so 40 years ago, they had 7 or 8 riders that could really manage all of the races.
Die konden grote ronde winnen,
really
tijdritten winnen en bergritten winnen.
Time trials or mountain.
And now I say the names. Moser, Merckx, me, Maartens, en je noemt hij net een Italiaan, godverdomme.
An Italian whose name he can't.
Allee, a very good rider. He was 21 years when he won the Tour of Italy. Allee? Saroni.
Saroni, yeah.
I'm nervous, eh? It's difficult to speak Flemish, English, and
But the riders, you think, the nature of the type of rider who makes it to the top is different now, or is it the style of riding that's different, that we don't get that sort of breadth of talent or the breadth of ability?
Nee, maar nu zijn er geen polyvalente renners. Misschien Vroom kan alleen bergritten en tijdritten winnen. Maar in onze tijd waren er 6, 7 die massasprinten ook konden winnen.
He doesn't see the riders from now according to him, don't have the capacity to win all these different kinds of races. He sees Froome as someone who's able to win a time trial and a Grand Tour, but not really sprinting or other victories. So he sees the 6 to 7 riders as in his time able to win all these different kinds of races. He doesn't see that right.
Why? Why has it changed?
Change. What is the difference about De Bruyne and another bad player? You know, De Bruyne, the player from Manchester City.
Yeah, Kevin De Bruyne. Yeah.
What is the difference? Messi and Kane.
But why did we have a generation of riders who could ride everything and now we don't? Is the calendar different? Are the demands different? Is it because professional cycling has changed?
Nou, de klasse, ja, dat moet ik nog zeggen.
It's just the class, he says, in the class. Of the rider.
But, yeah. You know Messi and Ronaldo, what is the difference with another good player? Messi?
So do you think the top riders today lack class? Is that what you...
Ja. Ja, maar dat ze mij gezegd wie dat verschil is tussen Messi en Kane. Ja, dat is...
Keeps making the same point. Yeah. Tell me what's the difference.
Everybody know it, eh? Everybody know it, eh?
So racing was much harder in your day then? Is that what racing was much
you
harder?
have every 10 years. Allez, in Belgium, Lucien Van Impe is the last winner from the Tour de France. It's 40 years ago. What is the problem? We have not riders for the Tour de France. It's not. Yeah, we have not class racers, class runners.
Yeah, the class
Is
of
that
the
good?
riders.
Is that
Yeah.
good, the class runners?
Who's the closest? Is there anyone that you think they've got a touch of the class that we used to have?
Now we have a good one. He is 19 years old, Evenepoel. You know him?
Remke, yeah.
Maybe he is the next winner from the Tour de France, maybe. It's not sure, but it's possible.
He's still, so is it Remke Evenepoel, the Belgian, the young Belgian double world champion?
Yeah.
He's still so young though.
Yeah.
Is there the danger that, you've got that transition from youth winning to the senior ranks, to the elite ranks? It's notoriously difficult, isn't it?
That is the big problem. We must wait. Now we can say in the beginning he is a very good rider. He is Weltmeister is world champion in the tijdrijden?
Time trial.
Time trial and on the road.
On the road.
2 times in 5 days. He is a world champion, and that is very good.
That's high praise indeed, I'm guessing. The theme of this weekend is world champions and world championships. You were cyclocross world champion. How much do the rainbow bands mean? And how much did it mean to you to be world champion?
Ja, nog een keer.
Veel betekent het om wereldkampioen geweest te zijn in cyclocross.
Ik?
Ja.
That was only for training. I was. Yeah, I have done 120 races in cyclocross, and I won 180, and I won 120. It was 2 sur 3. I won 2 races sur 3, and I was world champion in 1975. That's old, eh? And I did it for training and also a little bit for the money. Eh? I am serious. Eh?
We guess. So road then was your main love, even though you're a world champion in cyclo, yeah? Road was
the road.
Was there passion in the road, or was that for money? Why?
Yeah, I was second in Ivoire, behind Annie Kuiper. I was second in the... But you must have a little bit chance. And also, my concurrence was Bernard Hinault, Eddy Merckx, Gimondi, Martens. They were very, very strong riders in the year 60, 70. Yeah.
As you say, you did come second to Kuiper, and that was 75 as well, wasn't it?
In Ivoire.
And you were you mentioned some of the riders, and they were right with you in the main group chasing Kuiper. Merckx was there.
Yeah, Merckx was.
It was quite a bunch to lead from, or to win that particular sprint from. Did you take pride in that silver medal at the championships?
40 years ago, Merckx, Van Impe, Martens, we are concurrents. We are not. Now you have one good rider and then 5 helpers. Hoe zijn dat, helpers?
Domestiques.
Domestiques. Man, 30 years ago, there were 10 riders. We came to the world champion with 10 riders, and we had together more than 200 races gewonnen. Understand? Now, 10 riders to the championship, where Valverde wins, and there are 20 victories together. That is the difference, you understand? 30 years ago, we had a lot of very good riders. That's the problem.
Was it more?
That was not a problem.
Was it more ruthless?
Huh?
Was it more ruthless back then? We were chatting. I'll probably have to say this to you, Ivan, if you don't mind. We were chatting to Freddie Martins earlier about his very public rivalry, for example, with Eddie Merckx, and how Merckx's soigneur had spiked his bidon at one of the World Championships. Was it simply less nice? Not that it's nice now, but there's more of a pretense maybe now. Was it more ruthless back then?
Wat?
Dat er meer rivaliteit was toen?
Ja, het was, wij gundigen niks aan elkaar.
Yeah, they were not prepared to do anything for each other. It was really rivalry. Yeah.
We want to win everything, every day, every. One time, my first race in Italy, the Ronde van Laigueglia, and my boss said to me, "It's possible to win today." I said, "Yeah." I asked Eddie, and Eddie said, "Yes, okay." And I say yes, okay. And I was third, and Eddie won. That was the difference.
Were you aware at the time? I think everybody thinks their generation is very difficult, but you were part of a golden generation of riders. Were you aware at the time of what a difficult period that was to win in? That it stood out in the history of cycling?
Moeilijk, Bernard, you know, Eddie Merckx, very difficult. And then also a lot of Hollanders.
A lot of people from the riders from the Netherlands.
France, Italy, English. Yeah, there were also nice riders in England, but I don't know. I don't remember the names. But when you are 70 years old, it's difficult. You forgot. I forgot a lot.
Who's the toughest that you ever rode against, would you say? Who's the best? Merckx, who was the best?
Oh, it's not. Oh, Merckx is incredible. But the Tour de Suisse, the last day, I was 3 times, he was 3 times second, and I won 3 times. I was leader. There was a race, 120 kilometer, spurt, and I won. He was second. Time trial, I won. Merckx second. Eindklassement, is that?
Yeah, in the
Klassement général.
Standing.
Frans. Eindklassement, what is that? You don't speak English.
Looking for the word myself. The GC, exactly.
Yeah. And he was also second in the, yeah. And I won 7 etappes.
Yeah. He won 7 stages.
7 stages.
Yeah.
Everybody said when Merckx he won every day, but it's not possible. It's not.
So I mean, as I say, you're known as, I hesitate to say it because I know you don't really like it, Mr. Paris-Roubaix.
Yeah.
Why do you not like that title? Why do you resist it when people say it?
I don't like French.
Oh, come on. That can't get a round of applause. Why not?
Egoïstisch.
This is the right time to say my husband's French.
Chauvinist also. When I go in vacancy, I go also to Italy.
But Paris-Roubaix, what a race.
Eh?
Paris-Roubaix.
Yeah. Yeah, I was good in Paris. I was also good in Italy. I was also. I won 509 races in 1 year, in my career, and I won 62 races in 1 year and 20 times second in 1 year. Now in Belgium, Quickstep. Everybody know Quickstep. Quickstep, 30 riders won 72 times, and I alone won 62 times. In 1 year, not in 10 years. And Martens won 54 and Merckx 55 in 1 year. That is the reason. the reason. Now I come back to learn good English.
I mean, you've said that about Tom Boonen in the past, that Tom Boonen, yeah, that he's not as hard as the guys were in your day.
Yeah,
Have you ever spoken to him about that?
Over wat? Over
Die uitspraak dat ze niet meer zo hard zijn als jij.
Yeah, Tom Boonen is a good rider. He won 4 times Paris-Roubaix also, but not. I was also 4 times second.
You just can't argue with it, can you? They are just simple facts.
Wat zei ze? What you say? You explain him?
I asked if you ever, because you've said in the past that, yeah, so Tom Boonen has won 4 Paris-Roubaix like you, and you've said quite publicly that he's just not as hard. Have you spoken to Tom about that? Does he take that personally? Is he quite okay with it?
Hey, you know that I am the best.
I'd love to
I say everything the truth.
I was going to say, I'd love to ask you what it is that has made you such a successful bike rider, but I'm guessing you've got quite a good strength of character.
Ja, ze wou vragen waarom dat je zo goed wordt. En ze zegt van, ja, ik denk nu dat het is omdat je zo sterk karakter hebt.
No, you must see my legs. No.
I'm stuck.
For what are you so beautiful?
That was awful. That was awful. But it's not just in your legs; it is in your head as well.
No,
Have you always had
I am
that?
very strong here. As in Belgium also, I say I don't lie never for the race. When I am home, then a little bit I can lie. You understand me? Lying when I am home with my wife.
As in tell
Dan kan ik
untruths.
soms een keer liegen tegen mijn vrouw zeggen.
He's trying to say that in races or before races in interviews that he was always very direct. He was not afraid to say to speak about his ambitions. But at home to his wife he dares to lie sometimes.
Is she the boss or are you the boss? I'm guessing she's the boss.
The boss at home. When I am alone.
When you're alone, you're the boss. Yeah. When she's there, she's the boss.
No, she is not the boss, but a little bit.
But I mean, I'm just curious. Were you born with that winning mentality? Is that something you ever had to work on?
Zijn met de winnaarsmentaliteit geboren of heb je dat gaandeweg ontwikkeld?
Er is geen ene renner in België, een goeie, die iets weggaat van een ander. Ik heb nooit niks weggegeven, alleen aan mijn broer een keer in de cross.
Yeah, he says for him it was important that he never gave away victories, and others did. He always wanted to win, and yeah, he had it from when he was a child.
And how have you seen cycling change since your era? I know that you think that they're not as good, they're not as classy, they're not as hard. Is there any hope that modern cycling fans can take from the state of modern cycling?
now we have Evenepoel. You have Pidcock, the cross.
Pitcock. Thomas Pitcock.
Pitcock.
Pitcock. Yes, he's a very good rider. Maar je must also do de weg. Hij moest op de weg rijden.
He also has to do good on the road.
But I find that really interesting. You're completely skipping the generation of current riders. You're going straight into the young guys.
Ja.
Nobody from now. You do. I mean, Peter Sagan.
I meant my back, hè. Wat is dat?
Ze zegt, ja, je noemt alleen maar jonge renners, maar niet zo echt de generatie van nu, Sagan en zo noemde die. Hoe komt dat?
Sagan, ja. How can I say? Must I say the truth?
Well, I don't know why you'd stop now.
Sagan is a very good rider. He have not concurrent in the groene trui.
There's no competition in the green journey.
Yeah.
Jersey.
And when there is a race with a mountain,
In the mountains.
Yeah.
in the mountain, after 100 meters, then say so to the camera. He must do his best. He must try to win een bergrit. Yeah.
Must try to win a mountain stage.
So is it too easy now? Do the riders have it too easy? They're paid more money than ever before. They have more opportunities than ever before. More media exposure.
That is
than ever
also
before.
a problem. We must do 15 years everything to have a little bit money. Now, in 1 year, you have more than we in 15 years. 15 years. That is also the problem. Also the football, eh?
The football.
The
The
players.
footballers, right? Yeah.
250,000 euros in 1 week.
Yeah, but you were harder.
Huh?
You were harder.
You have more.
No. I'm saying you might not have had that money, but you were tougher. Isn't that better? You were a better champion.
Ik vind het niet plezanter dat je gewoon sterker wordt in plek van veel geld.
I like it to be stronger, but I like also money. Eh?
We had Brian home on this stage talking about warm weather training and saying how because now the riders all go off to Tenerife, you know, they holiday in Dubai, they're training in Mallorca, they don't have the same toughness that they did before. I don't need to ask you whether you agree with that, but is that part of the reason, do you think, because we've got a more year-round calendar now? It's not just Northern European training and racing that forms a rider.
Say it again.
Ze doen nu stages in warme landen. Het is gewoon te gemakkelijk nu.
Nou, zeg, ons kinderen hebben nu ook gemakkelijk. Hè? Die van mij zit een ganse dag al in zijn kamer met de GPS.
Yeah, he says that children in general now have a more easy life. That his own children are in their rooms playing video games or stuff like that. So.
Your children?
Yeah, I have a son, hè? Van 18
Get him on
years
his
old.
bike.
He plays football. Hij zegt dat hij schrik heeft voor te beginnen koersen, dat te lastig is.
He's afraid from cycling that it would be too hard.
So Roger, who was the last worthy world champion?
Kampioen die het echt verdiend heeft.
De laatste wereldkampioen.
The last classy.
Valverde.
Oh.
Ja? Oh ja, Valverde, ja. Voor mij, hè.
Why?
Valverde, ja.
So we don't have to go that far back, really.
He is the only rider. He is good in the spurt, in the
Sprint.
He is good in the time trial, and he is good in the mountains. He's the only one.
I'll tell you what, it took me about 25 minutes, but we got praise for a current rider. I feel that's a bit of an achievement. And the next, you think Evenepoel, the next.
Van der Poel.
Evenepoel, Remco Evenepoel.
Remco Evenepoel.
Evenepoel, I'll get it right.
It's a long way. There are a lot of good riders when they are 18 years old. We must wait. I'm gonna talk you about 10 years old. 10 years
Later.
later.
10 years from now.
Now
Well, will you come back in 10 years and tell us about it then?
Yeah, I come back here.
Lovely. Ladies and gentlemen, probably my standout interview of the last couple of days, Roger de Vlaeminck. Thank you so much.